Well, here it is, a gift from AMD to every single gamer out there, or at least as long as you're a gamer whose graphics card isn't older than 5 years old, because AMD's FidelityFX Super Resolution is finally here and we can finally test it. If you have no idea what it is, then just check out my previous video on the topic. It's coming up on iCards. Now just sit here and wait until you finish watching that one. Still here? You finished watching yet? Done? Good. Let's get on to the testing. And here we run into a bit of a problem already, because at launch there's only 7 games that support this technology. So today we'll be focusing on one specific one, Anno 1800, which just so happens to also be the only game from the list I actually own. So if you want to see me test more games in the future, maybe support my channel on Patreon so you can actually afford them. So yeah, please check out my Patreon. I'm literally bankrupting myself trying to run this channel, so support on there is very much appreciated. So let's go into Anno 1800, let's crank all the details up to max and run the game at 4K, and see exactly how well it will revitalize my PC, which isn't the oldest thing in the world, but at high resolution gaming, which is what I do normally, it really starts to show its age, and that's exactly what technology like FSR is supposed to help with. So here we have a PC with a Ryzen 3700X, 32GB of memory, and a GTX 1080 Ti. And let's see exactly how well it does in Anno 1800. So here we have the scene we'll be comparing everything to. Yes, I know, my city looks gorgeous, you don't have to comment. This at native 4K, all max settings, and as you can see in the top right, we use the NVIDIA performance overlay to see what kind of FPS the simulation has settled on for rendering this scene. Like with its main competitor DLSS from NVIDIA, there's several different qualities we can choose from, which basically just changes what resolution we're actually rendering at and then simply upscaling to. So for example, if we use the performance mode at 4K, we would actually be rendering all the way down at 1080p. At ultra quality, well, pretty much nothing changes, and it'd be very hard for anyone to find some differences, though there are a few. Mainly the buildings in the far background lose a tiny bit of detail, and also some fine gold details over here to the left lose some sharpness. Those are some things to look out for, but again, nothing too severe. When we drop down to quality, well, some more differences start to appear. The edges of the bricks here start to become a bit more smudgy, and once again the golden details to the left take a hit, along with the quality of the buildings in the background. And when you get down to balanced, here things start to kind of really fall apart. The sharpness on some of the edges really takes a hit here and becomes super jagged and really unpleasant to look at. The individual bricks are even harder to make out down here, and of course once again the golden details to the left and the buildings in the background also take a massive hit in quality over here, and that's nothing compared to what we get once we get down to performance. So again, essentially we are rendering at 1080p and upscaling. The bricks in the warehouse down here are almost indistinguishable from each other. The bricks on the building to the left look like they could use some massive anti-aliasing, even though we are already running at 8x anti-aliasing, or the highest the game will allow. The golden details are almost completely indistinguishable now, and the buildings in the background have also taken a massive hit over here. So FSR does its job of maintaining quality rather well, especially in the higher quality presets. However, that's not even addressing one of the main issues I have found, and the sharp-eyed among you may have already found it. We get essentially no extra performance out of it. I mean, here's all the comparisons again. Just pay attention to the frame rates up there. We have to drop pretty far in quality just to get a single frame of improvement. Now this probably is just because we are running on a day 1 edition of this feature, and apparently this technology can run even without a driver update on NVIDIA cards. And even though I am running on the most up-to-date drivers here, probably some future driver improvements from NVIDIA could increase that number even further. So am I disappointed? Yeah, actually very disappointed, but I'm still really looking forward to what kind of performance we could be seeing in other games. Once again, someone on my channel on Patreon would be great if you want to see exactly how that goes down. And overall, I think this is just a great proof of concept, even though the vision isn't fully realized yet, at least in games like Anno 1800. And again, even cards as old as 5 years old will still be able to use this feature, so odds are, if you have a game that supports it right now, you can just try it out yourself and see what it's like for you. Definitely let me know down in the comments below. And if you're still here, if you love my channel enough, then once again Patreon is still an option. It truly goes a long way in helping my channel, and it allows to make way better videos along with videos on way more interesting topics. And also I'd love to thank our patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, OKB, Naomi Sushi, Meg Sumner, Blake the Rake and Roland Cloaker. Thank you guys so much, your support truly goes a long way. So that's going to be down in the video description below, along with our Amazon Associates links if you want to get anything awesome during Prime Day right now. Use that links because you don't pay anything extra while we get sending money, so it's a win-win. Down there's also our old customs link if you want to get 5% off one of the awesome keyboards. Plus down there's our Discord server if you want to talk to me or others at this or whatever else really. Plus down there's our social media links as well. But anyway, that's what it's, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye.